Hey guys, it's Dr. Justin Marcagiani here. Today we're going to be doing a video on why do I feel nauseous? Where is nausea coming from? What is that all about? We're going to dive in here in a minute. Before we do, please smash that like button. Really helps the search algorithm. Put your comments down below. Let me know things that have made you feel nauseous and helped improve that in the past. Really appreciate it. All right, let's dive in. Everyone kind of knows that feeling of nausea, that sick to your stomach kind of feeling. What's driving that feeling? What's the root underlying issue? So first thing that could potentially drive that is excess cortisol and or adrenaline. Typically, cortisol it's going to be a stress hormone. Adrenaline's like the stimulator. It's what first kind of gets cortisol rolling and moving, so to speak. Adrenaline's that spider tingly sensation when you have a big stressor that comes on you. It's like, whoa, that tingly sensation. Cortisol then comes minutes later. It starts to really escalate up. So you have adrenaline, which is the stress neurotransmitter that knocks the domino down that starts to stimulate cortisol. So high levels of stress hormone will make you feel nauseous. Why? Let's think about it. If you're stressed, prehistorically, you're running from a tiger, you're fighting for your life, do you want to think about or even be motivated to eat? No. So that's taking all of your allocations and your resources away from focusing on being hungry. Like most of our days, prehistorically, we're focused on gathering food, right? Getting food. And if you were hungry and you were starving and you were just totally preoccupied about hunting or doing something, and then this tiger came upon you, boom, that needs to shut off in your brain. No food, no worries, because you have to survive, right? And so nausea, again, is going to be one of those things that will happen when you have excess stress hormones. So cortisol and or adrenaline is going to keep nausea up, which is going to decrease your appetite. Also, we see things like lack of enzymes, lack of acid, lack of good gallbladder function to break down fat. If we can't break down proteins and fats adequately, these things rot in our stomach. This creates different gases, methane, hydrogen gases. These things can also make you feel nauseous. Just the food sitting there like a brick can make you feel nauseous. So inadequate levels of hydrochloric acid, enzymes, and bile salts can all make you feel very nauseous. Like I mentioned, SIBO or bacterial overgrowth, any type of gut stressor like a gut infection can easily make you feel nauseous, whether it's a parasite like Entamoeba histolytica, blasto, crypto, endolimex, different worms. These things can make you feel nauseous. H. pylori is a common one because that sits more in the stomach and the upper intestine, and that can easily neutralize stomach acid and make you feel nauseous. It can also create gut inflammation. And of course, things like fungal overgrowth can create mycotoxins in the gut. That can disrupt peristalsis and kind of how your intestines move things out, and that can also make you feel nauseous. Also, food allergens, foods that are naturally inflammatory, whether it's gluten or dairy. If you have a sensitivity to that food and you're, let's say, having an inflammatory reaction because that food is causing it, that can easily make you feel nauseous. So there's a lot of different symptoms, a lot of different causes of the same symptom. So nausea can be driven by a lot of different things, and also it can be a bunch of these same things. It can be food allergies. It can be a lack of enzymes and acids. It can be a gut infection. It can be chronic hormone stress, adrenaline, cortisol issues. It can be all of the above kind of culminating and accumulating on top of each other. So, I always tell patients you have the right to have more than one problem happening all at the same time. It's very rarely it's just one thing. It's usually a combination of different things. So just keep that in the back of your head. So what can we do about that? How do we fix it? So there's different things like ginger is very helpful. Certain bitters like orange peel and ginger, chamomile, they're very soothing and relaxing on the tummy. And they have an antihistamine effect too, which can actually, when you decrease histamine, you can also decrease nausea. That's why you see medications like Dramamine that you use it for like motion sickness, kind of nausea from that. There's a histamine component to nausea. So decreasing histamine, ginger, quercetin, stinging nettle, that can help with nausea. Taking more stomach acid and enzymes and bile support can help with nausea. Decreasing food allergies, working on gut bugs if they're present. Modulating cortisol and stress hormones can definitely help with nausea. Just breathing in deep, 4 seconds into the nose, 4 seconds out. There's a lot of parasympathetic fibers connected to the olfactory nerves. So just deep breathing in and out through the nose can actually get those parasympathetics going, which can decrease the stress hormones, thus helping to reduce nausea. There's certain acupuncture points here. This one, I think it's the stomach 5, I'm not sure. Put it in the comments below if you know, but this point can be very helpful for pain and nausea and headaches. So rubbing this point can also be very, very, very helpful like that, like so. I mentioned some of the different herbs we talked about. Ginger is one of my absolute favorite. I love the ginger tea, especially with the manuka honey and some of the lime. The manuka is very soothing on the gut lining, so if there's a lot of inflammation in the gut, that can really help calm that down. And then, of course, the ginger itself, antihistamine, anti-nausea, anti-inflammatory, anticoagulant, really helps things move through the intestinal tract as well. Those are a couple really good things out of the gates there. I would just say people that have a hard time digesting fat, like you see a lot of nausea in pregnant women too. Part of that is HCG levels are really high. HCG makes you more prone to nausea. And also poor gallbladder function. If you don't have good bile flow from your gallbladder and you're not breaking down fat, that can definitely be an issue. So things like taurine, phosphatidylcholine, beetroot powder, taking actual ox bile, milk thistle, things like, I mentioned the beetroot stuff, just lipase, things that help you break down fat better and help good bile gallbladder flow can really help improve nausea as well if it's really a fat digestive kind of gallbladder issue. I've seen that just, over 10 years of seeing 5,000 plus patients. I've seen a lot of these correlations over the years, and that makes a big, big difference. And of course, I like ginger as well. And then you have some of the medications like Dramamine and a lot of these ones that tend to work on histamine. So try to get to the underlying root cause. You can see the medication's not really fixing anything. It's just kind of plug it and playing. It provides a therapeutic benefit if you're on a boat or if you're getting car sickness, but you have to get to the root underlying reason of why. So I just want everyone to think a little bit deeper why. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, feel free to give me a thumbs up, share with friends or family that could benefit. Also, if you want to reach out and schedule consult with someone like myself or my colleagues below, there'll be a link, click schedule. Really appreciate it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Dr. J signing out. Take care. Bye now.